Hey everybody, how you doing? Oh, you got my clock? It's 5 o'clock. Always set on 5 o'clock behind me. You know it's about 8 o'clock right now, Central Time, and it's dark, and I don't like it because we're in September, and it just needs to stay around August 1st forever because that's a good time of year. Um, because it's bright and sunny and hot and humid, and I like that. And this is just foreboding. But my musical tastes go from everything from from Chopin down to people you never heard of. I like classical, I like jazz, I like country, I like western, country and western, whatever you want to call it. I like folk music, I love heavy metal, I like rock and roll, I like rhythm and blues. It doesn't matter. I've got something on my playlist from every part of the world. Well, well, my cat's wandering around the yard somewhere. It's not the cat that knows what to do. I'll probably get in trouble if anything happens to him. That's Shannon's cat. He's okay. I want to do this song. This song here always reminds me. First line of this reminds me of my buddy Dave up in Alabama. Worked with him for several years, but when things would get bad at work, he'd always be like, "Remember, there's only two things in life that make it worth living: and guitars that tune good and firm feeling ringing. And I don't need my name in marquee lights. I got my song and I've got you tonight." Great singing. Maybe it's time that we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas. We're really wailing and the boys. The successful life we're living's got us feeling like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams' pain songs, Newberry's train songs, got blue eyes, he's crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. So baby, now this isn't a smooth sounding song. Just want to put it out there. So baby, this is your diamond ring. Buy some boots, faded jeans, and go away. This coat and tie is choking me. Your high society, oh, you cry all day. We've been so busy keeping up with the Joneses. 4-car garage and we're still building on. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas. Willie Whalen and the boys. 'Cause this successful life we're living's got us feeling like the Hatfields and the boys. Between those Hank Williams pain songs, Jerry Jeff Train songs, got blue eyes crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. Now, I got friends and relations out in Texas, and I'm not sure if Lukenbach is really that good or not. I'm thinking it's probably just a crossroads out in the middle of the desert that might have a tumbleweed, but don't hold me to that. But that song mentions Jerry Jeff. If you listen to Highwayman's version, it's when Willie Nelson starts singing. He goes from Newberry, whoever he is, to Jerry Jeff, referring to Jerry Jeff Walker. Jerry Jeff Walker, great American songwriter, started in New York, from Oneonta, New York. Started in the folk scenes in Greenwich Village in New York City in the 50s and 60s. Moved to Austin, Texas. And from there, he changed his name and he joined the outlaw country movement. Him, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, yada, yada, yada. They all influenced Lyle Lovett and Robert Earl Keen later on in life. And he had a protege not too far away from here, over in Mobile, Alabama. And he had a protege from a young singer who was traveling around the Gulf Coast at the time, everywhere from Key West up to Galveston, Texas, and a young man named Jimmy Buffett. And they got together. I think they were roommates at one time, and they probably drank a lot of whiskey and came up with this song. It's a song about the railroads. Train songs, man. It's part of country westerns, part of the United States. It built the country, it spread the country, connected the country. And at one time, it was the epitome of first class travel. But now you can't do it because, well, you can do it, but it's, Amtrak. And no one does that anymore because we got airplanes and they're quicker. Well, This is a story about a lady who traveled the trains, made her living on the trains, and when the trains went away, so did she. Happy story, but this is by Jerry Jeff Walker and Jimmy Buffett. Whenever they sing it, I can sing at the top of my lungs because she's a railroad lady, just a little bit shady, spending her days on the train. She's a semi-good looker, but the fast rails they took her. Now she's trying, just trying to get home again. South Station in Boston to the freight yards of Boston. From Florida sunshine to the New Orleans rain. Now that the rail packs have taken the best track, she's trying, just trying to get home again. She's a railroad lady, just a little bit shady, spending her days on the train. She's a semi-good looker, but the fast rails they took her. Now she's trying, just trying to get home again. Once a highballing loner, he thought he could own her. Bought her a fur and a big diamond ring. Wrong, big mistake. So she hopped them for cold cash, left town on a Wabash. Never thinking of home way back then. But the rails are now rusty, those dining cars dusty. On the gold-plated watches, they've taken their tolls. Railroads are dying and a lady, she's crying on a bus to Kentucky and her home lost her gold. And she's a railroad lady, just a little bit shady. She's spending her days on the train. Once a dining car traveler, now the brakeman won't have her. She's trying, just trying to get home again. So she's trying, just trying to get home again. I always like to sing that song. That's a great song. Two good songwriters. I love listening to Jimmy Buffett when he tells the stories that go along with the songs. I love the songs that tell a story and what happened when they're real life. Now we get back to Jerry Jeff Walker. He wrote a song many years ago, and I guess on one of the albums Jimmy Buffett did, he did it with Alan Jackson. Both of them did this song. It's called Boats to Build, and it's just kind of a song about, hey, you got to get out there and do it, right? And I'm going to try to butcher this respectfully, because as you can see, I butcher songs. I love singing. I can't help it. My dog is normally here, but I think I chased her off today. Let me see if I get this right. It's time for a change, 'cause I'm tired of the same old same old words, same old lines, same old tricks and same old rhymes. You got days, precious days, they roll in and out just like waves. Got boards to bend, planks to nail, charts to make, and got seas to sail. So I build me a boat with these two hands. Will be a fair curve from a noble plan. Let those chips fall where they will, 'cause I've got boats to build. Don't know the song a whole lot, but got sails with just like wings. When the wind blows, how it makes them sing songs of life. We got songs of hope, songs that help keep your dreams afloat. So I build me a boat with these two hands. Will be a fair curve from a noble plan. Let those chips fall where they will, 'cause I've got boats to build. got shores from distant shores. That's the place I'll be headed for. Picturing this song, but I like it 'cause they got stars at night to guide my way. Started sailing to the light of day. I'm gonna build me a boat with these two hands. It'll be a fair curve from a noble plan. Let those chips fall where they will, yeah. I've got boats to build. Yeah, I've got my dreams to fill. And I've got boats to build. Okay, just saw that song tonight, figured I'd try it, and it's like the third time I played it. Haven't heard it in a long time, but God, I just love that. Build me a boat with these two hands. It'll be a fair curve for a noble plan. Let the chips fall where they will, 'cause I've got boats to build. Man, you know, let life just throw at you what it's got and keep moving forward. I love that song. And tonic water and orange juice. Supposedly it prevents COVID. Now, along with that one there, and Jimmy Buffett, now there is a Caroline Street probably in every city in the United States, particularly those that go back to colonial days, because Princess Caroline, right? And then we got Caroline Kennedy, named after Princess Caroline, because they were Irish, and of course they had to name their kids after an English princess. Makes total sense to me. Being Irish, it doesn't, but that's just the way it was. But there's a Caroline Street in New Orleans, and there's one in Mobile, there's one in Pensacola, one in Milton, Florida. So I'm in between two Caroline Streets. And then there's one in Key West, there's one in Tallahassee, there's probably even one, well, we could probably find one in Orlando, probably find one in Wilmington. Who knows, maybe find one in Norfolk, Virginia. There's going to be a Caroline Street somewhere. But wherever you go on Caroline Street, and it's one of the first Jimmy Buffett songs I ever heard, then I really like to sing it too. And it goes something like this. It goes, there's a woman gone crazy on Caroline Street, stopping every man that she does meet. Says, if you'll be gentle, if you'll be sweet, I'll show you my place on Caroline Street. Now she claimed in that loud voice to be a dancer, but I don't think she's got a rug in years. And she listens to the jukebox for her answers, and she slowly guzzles 25-cent beers. It's an old song, okay? Talks about men she's known and then some, and she's seen them in her dreams and on the street. Then she slides her dapper legs from beneath the table, as if to reveal some kind of treat. Then there's a woman gone crazy on Caroline Street, stopping every man that she does meet. Says, if you'll be gentle, if you'll be sweet, I'll show you my place on Caroline Street. Now her lover left her stranded in Jamaica, and just right now she can't recall his name. Perceiving she's the center of attention, and all those lurking eyes, yeah, they look the same. Now the weather's got the shrimpers in a frenzy. All they're horny, they don't need a good excuse. And someone yells and things just start erupting. In a flash, all hell has broken loose. And there's a woman gone crazy on Caroline Street, stopping every man that she does meet. She says, if you'll be gentle and if you'll be sweet, then I'll show you my place on Caroline Street. But I woke up and I looked around the barroom. Now she was gone and I was black and blue. So be careful when you go to swing your partner, 'cause someone just might take a swing at you. 'Cause there's a woman going crazy on Caroline Street, and she's stopping every man as she does meet. She says, if you'll be gentle, if you'll be sweet, then I'll show you my place on Caroline Street. We got a woman going crazy on Caroline Street, and she's stopping every man that she does meet. She says, if you'll be gentle, if you'll be sweet, I'll show you my place on Caroline Street. Alrighty. One of my favorite Buffett songs right there. I always like that song and I always mess it up, I think. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed it. But then when we get down to that one, reminds me of a place in Memphis, Tennessee, where I was once stationed as a young sailor. Many, many, many moons ago. Many generations. Not back to the days of wooden ships and iron men, but pretty close to it. Anyway, it's mentioned in here. This is one of those songs that, John Mellencamp came up with. Hurt So Good, 10 Minutes in the Shower, right? Wrote the whole song in his head. What he was doing when he wrote that song in the shower, I have no idea. But he did it. Yeah, the song was similar to that. Many, many years ago at the beach. We'll leave it there. Just, anyway, I'll just tell you, someone got up and started singing out of the audience and blew the crowd away. No idea who it is. Never saw her before. And it just got me thinking about that. I was like, wow. And then it tied into all this other kind of stuff. And then that just got the creative thoughts going, I guess you could say. She called me Jack, though she didn't know my name. Asked me to sit with her a while. She's drinking wine, smoking cigarettes, playing some strange game. Looked at her, I couldn't help but smile. She's an angel top to bottom, she's the devil inside out. The type of woman Mama warned me about. Now my daddy would say she'd kill me if I gave her half a chance. That lonely night of Memphis, the devil asked me to dance. She told me she's from LA, from the wrong side of the tracks. Lost her dignity on these streets. Opportunity it seldom knocks, and you can never get it back. Always smile, don't know who you're gonna meet. And she danced like, and she sang like no one's business. Oh, she danced like no one's there. And I heard those angels calling, and they said, boy, you best beware. Never was a gambling man, but given half a chance. Lonely night of Memphis, devil asked me to dance. The devil asked me to dance underneath those Beale Street lights. He the torment of my dreams. Was the pain worth the pleasure? Did those wrongs make it right? Oh, the truth is somewhere in between. There never was a gambling man, all but given half a chance. That lonely night in Memphis, devil asked me to dance. Now I'm standing on I-40, got my heart held in my hand, my thumbs out in the pouring rain, and I can see her looking back at me, and she is smiling and laughing. Through the window pane, and she's an angel top to bottom, she's the devil inside out, the type of woman lets you know what this world is all about. And I never was a gambling man, but given half a chance, that lonely night in Memphis, that lonely night in Memphis, the devil asked me to dance. Anyway, happy Labor Day, everybody. Have a good night, and God, pray for more sunlight. We need more of that. We just, this whole winter thing has got to go away. And it's only August. God's going to be miserable come November. Hey, see you later.